Are you feeling overwhelmed when life throws unexpected curveballs your way? Do you find yourself struggling to cope when things don't go according to plan? In this video, we will delve into the principles of Stoicism and how they can guide us in handling the unexpected twists and turns that life often presents. Lesson 1. Accept the situation. One of the foundational teachings of Stoicism is to accept reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. When things don't go according to plan, our immediate reaction is often frustration, disappointment, or even anger. We resist what is happening, wishing things were different. But the more we resist reality, the more we suffer. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Accepting the situation doesn't mean you have to like it or agree with it, but it means acknowledging that it has happened and is beyond your control. Acceptance is the first step to reducing the emotional turmoil that comes with unexpected events. When you accept the situation, you free yourself from the burden of fighting against reality. You begin to focus your energy on what you can do next, rather than wasting it on what should have been. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. Rather, it means understanding that certain things are simply out of your hands. Stoicism teaches us to differentiate between what we can control and what we cannot. We cannot control external events or other people's actions, but we can control our thoughts, reactions, and decisions. Once we accept the things we cannot change, we can start focusing on our inner world, how we think and feel about the situation. This mental shift allows us to find peace in even the most difficult circumstances. Acceptance also helps us build emotional resilience. When we accept that setbacks and obstacles are a natural part of life, we become better equipped to handle them. Life is full of uncertainties, and the more we practice acceptance, the more adaptable we become. Accepting the situation is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of inner strength. It shows that you are willing to face reality head-on, no matter how uncomfortable it might be. Lesson 2. Take a moment to pause. When life throws unexpected challenges our way, our instinct is often to react immediately. We may panic, lash out, or make hasty decisions in an attempt to regain control. But Stoicism encourages us to pause before we act. In that brief moment of pause, we can find clarity and prevent ourselves from being overwhelmed by emotions. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. When we pause, we give ourselves the space to step back and evaluate the situation objectively. Instead of letting our emotions drive our actions, we allow reason and wisdom to guide us. Taking a moment to pause allows you to assess the situation from a calm and rational perspective. This practice helps you avoid impulsive decisions that may lead to regret later. When emotions run high, it's easy to lose sight of what's important and react in ways that don't align with your values or long-term goals. This pause is also a time to remind yourself of the Stoic principle that this too shall pass. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, it is temporary. Life is constantly changing, and every challenge is an opportunity to grow. By taking a moment to pause, you can gain a sense of perspective and realize that the current setback is just a small part of your larger journey. Pausing also allows you to reconnect with your inner strength. In moments of crisis, it's easy to feel powerless or overwhelmed. But when you pause and reflect, you can tap into the resilience that lies within you. You remind yourself that you have faced challenges before and have the ability to overcome this one too. Lesson 3. Stay flexible. Stoicism teaches us the importance of flexibility and adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and rigidity in our thinking or approach often leads to greater suffering. When things don't go according to plan, we must be willing to adapt and adjust our course, rather than clinging to a specific outcome. The Stoics often use the metaphor of a ship at sea. A skilled sailor does not fight the wind or waves, but adjusts the sails to navigate through the storm. Similarly, when life takes an unexpected turn, we must adjust our plans, attitudes, and actions to meet the new circumstances. Flexibility is a key trait of resilience because it allows us to shift our perspective and approach as needed. Being flexible doesn't mean giving up on your goals or values. It means being open to different ways of achieving them. Sometimes, the path to success or happiness looks different from what we imagined. By staying flexible, we can discover new opportunities and solutions that we may not have considered before. A rigid mindset leads to frustration and disappointment because it expects life to unfold exactly as planned. But life rarely does. The Stoics believed that by embracing change and staying open to new possibilities, we could navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Flexibility allows us to flow with life rather than fight against it. Flexibility in thinking also applies to how we interpret events. Instead of viewing a setback as a failure, we can choose to see it as a learning experience or an opportunity for growth. This mental flexibility enables us to reframe challenges in a way that empowers us rather than diminishes us. Lesson 4. Seek support. While Stoicism emphasizes inner strength and self-reliance, it also recognizes the importance of seeking support from others. No one is an island, and when life doesn't go according to plan, it's okay to lean on friends, family, or a trusted community for help. Sharing your struggles with others can provide comfort, perspective, and practical advice. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and relationships. They understood that we are social beings and that connecting with others is essential for our well-being. When we face challenges, it's important to remember that we don't have to go through them alone. Seeking support is not a sign of weakness. It's a recognition that we are all interdependent. Sometimes, talking to someone else can help you see things from a different perspective. Others may offer insights or solutions that you hadn't considered. At the very least, sharing your thoughts and feelings with someone who cares can lighten the emotional load. It's also important to seek out people who embody the Stoic principles you aspire to. Surround yourself with those who are calm, wise, and resilient. These individuals can serve as role models and remind you of the inner strength you possess. By seeking support from people who share your values, you reinforce the Stoic teachings in your own life. In times of difficulty, it's easy to isolate ourselves and feel as though we are the only ones experiencing hardship. But reaching out to others helps us realize that struggle is a universal part of the human experience. We all face challenges, and by supporting each other, we grow stronger together. Lesson 5. Break down the challenge. When faced with a large or overwhelming problem, it's easy to feel paralyzed by the sheer size of the challenge. The Stoics remind us to break down big challenges into smaller, manageable tasks. By focusing on what we can do right now, we make progress step by step, rather than becoming overwhelmed by the entirety of the situation. When you break down a challenge into smaller steps, it becomes less intimidating. Each small step brings you closer to resolving the larger problem. This approach helps you regain a sense of control and momentum, even in the face of significant obstacles. Breaking down challenges also encourages patience and persistence. Instead of expecting immediate results, you learn to appreciate the process of gradual progress. This mindset shift is crucial when life doesn't go according to plan, as it helps you stay focused and determined, even when the outcome is uncertain. Taking small, actionable steps helps you build confidence. Each time you complete a task, no matter how small, you prove to yourself that you are capable of making progress. This boosts your morale and gives you the motivation to keep going, even when the road ahead seems long. Lesson 6. Practice self-compassion. Stoicism emphasizes discipline and self-control, but it also recognizes the importance of self-compassion. When things don't go according to plan, it's easy to be hard on ourselves. We may blame ourselves for the failure or feel inadequate for not being able to handle the situation perfectly. But Stoicism teaches us to be kind and patient with ourselves. Self-compassion is not about making excuses or avoiding responsibility. It's about recognizing that you are human and that mistakes, setbacks, and failures are part of the human experience. Just as you would offer understanding and encouragement to a friend in a difficult situation, you should extend the same kindness to yourself. The Stoics believed in focusing on progress rather than perfection. Instead of punishing yourself for not meeting an ideal standard, acknowledge the effort you are making to handle the situation. Celebrate small victories and remind yourself that personal growth is a journey, not a destination. Practicing self-compassion also means giving yourself permission to rest. When life doesn't go according to plan, you may feel the need to push yourself harder to fix things or make up for lost time. But rest is essential for your well-being and resilience. Allow yourself to recharge so that you can face challenges with a clear mind and renewed energy. When you are kind to yourself, you build emotional resilience. You become more capable of handling future setbacks because you know that you can treat yourself with care and understanding, no matter what happens. Self-compassion is a source of inner strength that helps you weather life's storms without being broken by them. Lesson 7. Find opportunities in setbacks. One of the most powerful teachings of Stoicism is the idea that every setback contains an opportunity. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This means that obstacles are not just barriers to our progress. They are also opportunities for growth, learning, and development. When things don't go according to plan, it's natural to feel frustrated or defeated. But the Stoic mindset encourages us to look for the hidden opportunities in every challenge. A setback might force you to develop new skills, rethink your approach, or build greater resilience. In many cases, the difficulties we face are the very things that shape us into stronger, wiser individuals. This mindset also helps you stay optimistic in the face of adversity. When you believe that every challenge has something to offer, you are more likely to stay motivated and engaged, even when the road is difficult. You begin to see setbacks not as failures, but as opportunities to learn, adapt, and evolve. The Stoics believe that life's greatest lessons often come from its greatest challenges. By embracing this philosophy, you can find meaning and purpose even in the most difficult situations. Every setback becomes an opportunity to develop your character, strengthen your resolve, and deepen your understanding of life. Lesson 8. Keep moving forward. One of the most important lessons from Stoicism is the importance of perseverance. When life doesn't go according to plan, it's easy to feel discouraged and want to give up. But Stoicism teaches us to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may be. The Stoics believe that life is a constant process of growth and improvement. Setbacks and challenges are inevitable, but they should never stop you from pursuing your goals. Even when progress is slow or difficult, the key is to keep taking small steps forward. Perseverance is not about forcing yourself to be strong all the time. It's about understanding that growth comes from consistently showing up and doing your best, even when things are tough. By staying committed to your values and goals, you build the resilience needed to overcome any obstacle. The Stoics also taught that we should focus on the process, not the outcome. You may not always have control over the results, but you can control the effort you put in. By focusing on what you can do in the present moment, you maintain a sense of purpose and direction, even when the future is uncertain. Life will always have its ups and downs, but Stoicism teaches us that we have the power to navigate these challenges with grace, wisdom, and resilience. When things don't go according to plan, remember to accept the situation, pause, stay flexible, seek support, break down the challenge, practice self-compassion, find opportunities in setbacks, and keep moving forward. With these teachings, you can handle whatever life throws your way and emerge stronger on the other side.